what's up ninjas? Welcome to Yoga with Dojo Cat. I'm Kat. I'm a brown belt and coach in Bang Muay Thai, a blue belt in infrared Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm certified to teach yoga. I'm going to take you through a 10-minute energizing flow you can do in the morning or if on your lunch break, whatever you need, just to get yourself moving. So let's just get into it. So we'll begin in child's pose, knees nice and wide, melt that hip to those heels, resting that forehead on the mat. You take some nice deep breaths into the belly, really expanding your waist, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll lift up and then crawl our hands over to the left and then come back down. You'll feel a nice stretch in your right side. Again, taking those nice big belly breaths. And we'll lift up and crawl all the way over to the right and get a stretch in our left side. Lift up, come back to center, and we're just gonna roll up, bring our knees together, and then come into a cobra pose. So hands underneath your shoulders here. Try to rotate those heels and thighs inwards. And from here, we're going to go into a flow. So we'll take a nice big breath in. And on your exhale, just drop belly, chest, chin to the mat, and then inhale as you lift back up, letting your head rise last. Exhaling as you're coming down. Inhaling as you're lifting up. Okay, we're going to press into downward facing dog. You can get some movement if you like, pedaling out your feet, turning your hips over, or if you like, you can just come to stillness here. Just make sure you're relaxing your neck in between your biceps. You can rock up onto your tiptoes if you like to get some extra stretch in your feet. And from here, we'll hop, step, or float to bring our feet behind our hands, and we'll just hang out here for a couple breaths in forward fold. Option to let your hands hang underneath your shoulders. You can tuck them into your elbows, or if you like, you can wrap your arms around your legs and just let your upper torso rest on top of your legs. Okay, we'll inhale into mountain pose here. I'm just gonna turn so you can see me. So we'll interlock our fingers and then turn our palms out so they're facing the sky for palm tree pose here. Take a nice big breath in the center and exhale, tipping over to the right. Inhaling back to center and exhaling to the left. And you can just continue a few rounds at your own pace. And we'll come back to center, grounding into that right foot so you can bring up that left knee. And from here, we're gonna flex our foot. And if you like, you can get some ankle rolls going both directions. We take care of all our joints here. And when you're ready, we're going to transition into warrior three. So just bring that knee behind you without letting that foot touch the ground so that that leg is parallel. My cat is clawing her tree right now, just ignore that. So your leg is parallel to the mat. You can keep your hands at heart center, or to help in your balance, you can extend your arms out in front of you. If you fall out, that's okay. Nobody's perfect. Just come back into the pose when you're ready. Okay, we're gonna tip back into a crescent lunge. So your toes on your left foot are in the same direction as your right foot. Just make sure that knee on that right foot is not going over top of your toes and that you're actively pressing that knee out. Bring your right hand to the mat and we'll open up for a twist on the right side. And plant that hand to the mat and we'll step back into plank pose. Shift forward a couple inches, lower yourself 90 degrees, chaturanga. Flatten those toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, you can get some motion going here. And we're gonna do that work on the other side. So when you're ready, hop, step, or float to bring your feet behind your hands. And we'll just hang out here in forward fold. Relax your neck, unclench your jaw. If you need to get some swing motion, you're welcome to do that. Inhale your hands to the sky for mountain pose. Interlock those fingers, palms out to the sky. Take a deep breath in and exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. And when you're ready, bring your hands to heart center, ground into your left foot and pick up that right knee. And we'll flex our foot on this side and roll it. And when you're ready, we'll bring that leg parallel behind us. If you need to extend your arms to help you, you can do that. I always say this, but just remember your balance is going to be different on one side. So don't feel bad if you fall out of a pose. And tip back into that crescent lunge. Let's take a second here and roll our shoulders up and then down away from our ears. We'll take our right hand to the mat, opening up for a twist on our left side. And bring that hand to the mat, step back into plank pose. We'll go through our flow one more time. Shift forward, lower yourself, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're just gonna come down to our knees, bring them nice and wide again, but this time we'll go into frog pose. So turn those feet so that they're facing out. This can be really intense too, so if you need to keep your toes facing backwards, that's okay. You can just work into this pose when you need. This is your practice, so you do whatever you want. I'm not your boss. And you can come down to your elbows. If you like, you can come all the way down to your forehead. And just, this can be a really intense pose, so just make sure you're using your deep breaths. Think about you breathing out the tension that you're feeling in your, probably in your groin right now, and your hips. You can stay down there a little bit longer if you like, but that is it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, like, subscribe, all the good things. I appreciate it so much, having all you wonderful people watching my videos. I love that we're just basically all just doing yoga together. It's great. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next time. Os.